Good morning, students. So today in SST we will revise the question answers of chapter number 7, the Southern Plateau. We have already studied this chapter, and in this chapter we have discussed about that what is plateau. A plateau is a land that is higher than the surrounding area. After that, river Narmada divides the southern plateau into two parts. One is central highland, second is Deccan plateau. The extension of the plateau, the central plateau is made up of Malwa plateau and Chota Nagpur plateau, and the Deccan plateau is consist of the southern states. After that, the rivers flow in this region: Narmada, Tapi, Krishna, Kaveri, Mahanadi, Godavari. Godavari is known as Godavari river is known as Dakshin Ganga. After that, the climate, its natural vegetation, wildlife, that both types of soil found in the southern plateau. So all these topics we have already discussed in this chapter. So today we will revise the question answer. So let's discuss the question answers. So what is the first question in this chapter? The first question is that name the two parts of the southern plateau. So beta, we have already discussed in this chapter that river Narmada divides it into two parts. So which are that two parts? First is central highland and second is Deccan plateau. Name the two parts of the southern plateau. Name the two parts of the southern plateau. So its answer is first is central highland, and second is Deccan plateau. Deccan plateau. These are the two parts of the Deccan plateau, of the southern plateau. These are the two parts of the southern plateau. First is central highland, and after that second is Deccan plateau. Now the question number 2. What is the extent of the Deccan plateau? What is the extent of the Deccan plateau? It means from where it starts and where it ends. So the extension is, it extends from the Satpura Hills in the north it starts from the Satpura Hills in the north direction to Kanyakumari in south. So this is the extension of the Deccan plateau. Sorry, it is the extension of the southern plateau. Yes, southern plateau or Deccan plateau. It extends from the Satpura Hills that are in Madhya Pradesh. River Narmada that flows in Madhya Pradesh and divide the southern plateau into two parts. One is central highland and second is Deccan plateau. So these Satpura Hills are in Madhya Pradesh, in the state of Madhya Pradesh. So it starts from the state of Madhya Pradesh, from Satpura Hills, and it spread at last to Kanyakumari in the south. After that, the question number 3, that list 2 important features of the rivers of the Deccan Plateau. List 2 important features of the rivers of the Deccan Plateau. So now in this question we will write that what are the importance of rivers. The rivers that flow in the Deccan Plateau, what are their importance? What are their main features? The two important features are so the first is rivers flowing through the Deccan Plateau are seasonal. It means these rivers do not flow throughout the year. They depends on rain. When there is rainy season or monsoon season, these rivers fill with water, and in summer season they get dried up. So this is the most important feature of the rivers flowing in Deccan Plateau. Rivers flowing through the Deccan Plateau are seasonal. Rivers flowing through the Deccan Plateau are seasonal. It means they flow in a particular season, in rainy season or in monsoon season. In summer season they get dried up. After that, point 2, that those rivers which flow in the Deccan Plateau, or the rivers like Krishna, Kaveri, Mahanadi, Godavari, Narmada, Tapti, these are the main source of irrigation. Rivers are the important source of irrigation. So these are the two important features of the rivers flow in the Deccan Plateau. That the rivers flow through the Deccan Plateau are seasonal. Seasonal means they flow in a particular season. After that they get dried up. Rivers are the important source of irrigation. That in Deccan Plateau, people are engaged in agriculture, or we can say that in all the states, mostly agriculture is the main occupation. So rivers are the important source of irrigation. After that, the question number 4, that describe the climate of the southern plateau. Question 4 is describe the climate of southern plateau. So this is the question that describe the climate of the southern plateau. In the climate we have discussed that there is the monsoon season, there is the summer season, there is the winter season. The Deccan Plateau receive all the different seasons. For example, monsoon that starts from June and last to October. After that, the summer season between March to June. Winter begins in November and lasts till February. So the Deccan Plateau having all the different seasons. But we cannot say that these seasons are just like the seasons that we have in the northern plains or the northern part of our country. For example, in the northern plains, we have studied that the climate is extreme. It means too much hot in summer, too much cold in winter. But there is lot of variation in the climate, in the temperature of the southern plateau or Deccan Plateau. The northern part of the Deccan Plateau is much drier comparison to the southern part of the Deccan Plateau. The middle part of the Deccan Plateau is much hot comparison to the other areas which lie along the coastal region. Some parts are getting rainfall, some parts are hot, some parts have normal temperature even in the summer season. So there is a lot of variation in the climate of the Deccan Plateau. So the answer we can say that overall climate of the Deccan Plateau is moderate. So what is the meaning of moderate? Not too much, not too less. So the Deccan Plateau have all the seasons, but that is not too much. For example, we can say that summers are not too much hot comparison to the northern plains. Winters are not too much cold comparison to the northern plains. So the climate of the climate of the Deccan Plateau is moderate. The meaning of moderate, that means not too much, not too less. The climate of southern plateau is moderate. Yes, so this is the answer, that the climate of the southern plateau is moderate. After that, next question number 5. Question number 5 is name the crops grown in the black soil. So in this question we will write down the crops that are grown in black soil. We have discussed in this chapter that there are the two types of soil, black soil and red soil. So both these crops are suitable for different types of crops. So let's do the answer of this question, that which are the crops that are grown in black soil. The black soil is suitable for growing cotton, sugarcane, groundnuts, millets, oilseeds, oilseeds and wheat. So these are the different crops that are grown in black soil. Or we can say that the black soil is suitable for growing cotton, sugarcane, groundnuts, millets, oilseeds and wheat. So this is our chapter number 7. We have completed the question answers of chapter number 7 and you have to write these question answers in your fair notebook in neat and clean handwriting. So beta, in this chapter number 7 we have studied about the southern plateau, that the southern plateaus are also known as the tablelands because they are flat at the top and they are higher than the surrounding area. After that, river Narmada that divides the southern plateau into two parts. One is Central Highland, second is Deccan Plateau. Central Highland is made up of Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Chota Nagpur Plateau, that is the richest area in producing minerals, or we can say that the area that is the largest producer of minerals, that is the Chota Nagpur region. After that, Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau is made up of the states which lies in the south of India, like Madhya Pradesh is lying in the central part. After that, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, these all states lies in the southern plateau. After that, the extension of the southern plateau, that it starts from the Satpura hills in the north to Kanyakumari in the south. After that, the rivers, that river Narmada and Tapti, these rivers flow in the central highland. In the central highland, these rivers flow and these rivers flow to the western side, or we can say that these rivers flow towards the west, and at last these rivers falls into the Arabian Sea. After that, the rivers that flow in the Deccan Plateau, that are Mahanadi, Krishna, Kaveri, Godavari. These rivers flow towards the east and at last falls in the Bay of Bengal. River Godavari, that is also known as Dakshin Ganga. It is the holy river for the people living in southern India. The climate is moderate. We will say that the climate of the Deccan Plateau or southern plateau is moderate because there is lot of variation in the climate of Deccan Plateau. So the climate is moderate. After that, natural vegetation, that there is a lot of variation in natural vegetation and wildlife. In natural vegetation, there are the different variety of trees like oak, teak, sal, sandalwood, mahua, mahogany, mango, jackfruit, bamboo and banyan tree, rosewood and ebony. These are also found on the slopes of the mountains. After that, wildlife, that there is a lot of variation in wildlife also. Elephant, sambar, boar, deer, leopard, spotted deer, nilgai, black bug, chosingha and sloth bear. These are the wildlife found in the Deccan Plateau or found in the forests of the Deccan Plateau. After that, soil, that there are the two types of soil found in the southern plateau, black soil and red soil. Black soil, that is found in some part of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra. So this soil is found in these states, not completely in these states, some part of this state, and that is good for cultivation of cotton, sugarcane, groundnut, millet, oilseeds, rice and wheat. Next is red soil. Red soil is found in the parts of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh. And the crops that are grown in red soil, they are millets, potato, rice, wheat and sugarcane. So this is our chapter all about the southern plateau.